Dragons of the East. In ancient China, dragons first appeared as early as the Neolithic, carved into jade pendants at Hongshan culture sites and painted onto Yangshao pottery. These early forms were not simple reptiles but composite beasts. Serpentine bodies combined with ox ears, eagle claws, harp scales, and stag antlers. By the Shang dynasty, dragon motifs were cast into bronze ritual vessels, and by the Zhou dynasty they were firmly linked to rainfall, agriculture, and royal authority. Over time, their anatomy became increasingly codified. The Han dynasty's 9 resemblances described them as a patchwork of animals, while the 11th century Song dynasty painting Manuel Yunlin Shipu listed eccentric details such as camel heads, demon eyes, and the belly of a clam. To the Chinese, dragons were real. Their bones, perhaps dinosaur fossils, ground into medicine for fevers or paralysis. They were harbingers of fortune, tied to emperors in the Han dynasty. A dragon sighting meant a ruler was divinely chosen, balancing heaven and earth. They summoned rain, staving off drought. Their aquatic nature worshipped at river shrines. Yet, their color foretold fate. A black dragon's death in 579 AD signaled the fall of the northern Zhou dynasty. Dragons of the West. In Western mythology, dragons emerged as Draken in ancient Greece, massive, fiery snakes with a supernatural edge. Linguistic clues trace them to Indo-European myths of the 4th millennium BC. In Greek sanctuaries, real snakes, also called dragons, were kept for healing. These non-venomous snakes slithered freely through healing temples, especially the inner chambers where the sick slept. Their touch, or even the licking of wounds, believed to carry the god's power. These serpents symbolized renewal, shedding their skin as patients sought rebirth in health. But the mythical dragons were far fiercer, shaped by biblical sea monsters like Leviathan and Rahab. By the Middle Ages, these depictions had swollen into fat-bodied, winged beasts cast as Christian demons. The Romans militarized them, turning Dracos into war banners, while tales like the Bagrada dragon, slain with catapults in the Punic Wars, echoed B-movie monster hunts. Unlike China's auspicious dragons, Western dragons were often adversarial, guardians of gold, or symbols of chaos. Christianity reshaped dragons into emblems of evil. St. George, the dragon-slaying knight, became a symbol of triumph over paganism. His story cemented in the 1400 Golden Legend. Yet, most saints didn't fight. Margaret of Antioch was swallowed by a dragon, only to burst free through divine intervention, becoming the patron of childbirth. Hundreds of writings of the lives of saints from 200 to 1500 AD depict saints banishing dragons with prayer, sending them to the abyss like St. Michael in Revelation. In Britain, dragons are tied to folklore, like the red and white dragons of Merlin's prophecy, foretold the Britons' victory over Saxons, their battles carved into church stone, blurring myth and reality. Back in China, dragons were seen as male imperial symbols, but Wu Zetian, the only female emperor, challenged this. Rumored to be a dragon's daughter, she leaned into phoenix imagery, yin to the dragon's yang, placing phoenixes above dragons in her architecture. In the West, dragons guarded hordes, like Fafnir in Norse myth, slain by Siegfried, whose blood granted invulnerability. In Beowulf, an aged hero dies slaying a fire-breathing dragon, its poison a fatal price for victory. Dragons symbolized power, but also peril. Creation and destruction entwined, their presence a test of human resolve. Today, dragons endure in modern culture. Dragons fuel fantasy. Tolkien's Smaug echoes Beowulf's beast, while children's tales like Custard the Dragon reimagine them as gentle companions. From internet art to games, dragons remain a design classic, their serpentine forms and fiery allure endlessly reshaped, blending Chinese, Japanese, and Western myths into new, hybrid legends.